And so you're doing this podcast for a reason. Why are you doing this?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons, right? As you said, business, right? This is a networking tool. This podcast, this particular podcast, the Ambiguous Podcast Solution, is a networking tool. You know, best case scenario, we work together. Worst case scenario, you get free promotion and I get content, right? So it is a give and take. It isn't help. That's surface area, right? Dig deeper though. I podcast for personal growth. Always. Like all of my podcasts are very selfish. That sounds weird to say. Like I do a few podcasts. My wrestling podcast, straight fun. Me and my friends having fun. Talking with Tarashuk and the Ambiguous Podcast Solution is that I like talking to people. I like experiencing other people's experiences because it's a skill that's going to help me not only in this business, networking events, the real world. It's going to make me a better communicator. So the reason I do this podcast really is for personal growth. And, you know, the networking tool, the business tool, it's all a plus. The main reason is selfishly, I like doing it. It's fun. It's what I want to do forever, and it's for me. But, you know, it's also a great networking tool.
And if we go even deeper than that, for your own personal growth and for a networking tool to grow your business, both of which are entirely appropriate, it also empowers you to be a more authentic, real, connected individual.
Yeah.
In the human family.
So you never know who you're going to run into and who you're going to talk to or where that business opportunity is going to come from. I spoke to a hunter yesterday. I've never been hunting. I know next to little about hunting, but we had a great conversation. You know, like a previous conversation I've had with life coaches is similar. I can talk to you. You're very easy to talk to. And because I've had experience doing that. You know, I've talked to a college life coach who is extremely fascinating. I've talked to college kids, which is also extremely fascinating. This Friday, I'm talking to someone who has autism. And that's another challenge. He has autism. He has a podcast. That's amazing. I can't wait to talk to him. But, you know, it's going to be different. It might be a little difficult for me personally. Maybe not for him, but for me. But, you know, that's a challenge. And, you know, challenge accepted. A podcast is supposed to challenge you. A business is supposed to challenge you. A conversation is supposed to challenge you. So
I know you've thought about this. Your excitement and willingness to engage in personal growth is also an opportunity and a blessing to everyone that you invite, everyone that you talk to. So in your way, you're adding good to the world. You're making a conscious choice to connect with people and to promote and to see what's there. Maybe you get something and maybe you don't, but you always get something. You did some good for you. You did some good for them. And you added good to the world.
Yeah, it's a give and take. You know, this podcast is definitely a give and take, as all podcasts should be. You know, that balance could be like, you know, sometimes I'm going to give more than I take, and sometimes I'm going to take more than I give, you know, and sometimes it's completely even. We don't get anything from anybody, and that's totally fine. But every podcast definitely is a give and a take. So let's pivot over to your podcast, because your podcast is your ultimate life. So that's my reasoning. That's my reason for podcasting. If you want to find out Kellen's reasoning for his podcast, link to the description down below. Full podcast is available now anywhere podcasts can be heard. Also here on YouTube. The full link is in the description right down below. Let me know what you think of the reason why I podcast this podcast. Anything in between, either in the comments or on the podcast itself. Will@apspodcast.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know why you want to be on the podcast if you have a podcast. If not, you can be on Talking with Tarashuk. All exceptions will be seen, but not all will be accepted. You have to make me go, ooh, that's interesting. If you can do that, congratulations, you're on the show. Good luck.